Hey, it's AstroNerdBoy. AstroNerdBoy here. And guess what? It is week 10 since I came back to the game, and it's time to look over my roster. Yes, all right. So, the big change here, if you look, sorry, it looks like I'm about to lose my voice. And also, the popping you hear is Blue Yeti not playing with BlueStacks. So, Blue Yeti mics. All right, Groot, we got him at gear 13. Very good. So he is ready for Dark Dimension 2. It's just, we just need those last few shards to get him to 6 stars. If we can get that before the Star-Lord event drops, I'll use him in the Star-Lord event. So that's where he's at in terms of farming. Now, in terms of our Sinister Six lineup, Green Goblin, just the stars, man. He's just such a slow farm. We got lucky. If you watched last week's orb opening video, I got 100 Shocker shards, so that ended me having to farm for Shocker for a while. But it was awesome. That was just like totally awesome. Hopefully in the orb video for this week, we can get some Green Goblin shards and end farming him. Ronan. Now he's for my Dark Dimension 2 team. If you notice, we've got him to gear 12. We just got one more skill to get to level 6. That'll be pretty good. This skill right here, I've been looking for, yeah, whenever the superior Prometheum shows up anywhere, you know, buy it in one of the stores with one of the currencies. And we'll have that. And then the other thing here is we just have to get more of these. And you look, I've got 9 out of 28, and I've already, you know, for today, I've already finished clearing all the nodes that I have unlocked. So it'll probably take, you know, it'll take a few days. It's not really a rush. We'll get him. And then, you know, he could use another star level. I'm not gonna lie, he could really use another star level. Now, you'll notice that I now have the A.I.M in here. And the reason for this is someone watched one of my last videos and for my roster and suggested that, you know, for villains 7-1 through 7-3, I would need an A.I.M team. And so there you go. And the reason that we're trying to push through villain 7-1 through 7-3 is to get to villain 7-6 so we can start farming Hela for the Asgardian team. So that's the purpose there. So right now, as you see, I've got one at 50. Tomorrow I'll put him up to 50. You know, every day I'll just keep putting one up to 50, and then, you know, just kind of gear them up, see what I can get away with. But in the meantime, this also gives me a new Blitz team, so and a new team for possibly for war. So you know, it's kind of cool there. Otherwise, I don't think there's been any real change in as far as the main roster goes. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at. Let's go into the Blitz, and we'll look at the roster setup. What the Night Nurse shards? Yeah. Okay. So we don't need the Night Nurse shards at all. But let's look at the save teams I have here. So you'll notice right now there's a change. Last week I had Taskmaster in with the Wakandans because he synergizes with what's his face here, whose name eludes me, the Merc on the team. But for the Domino event, I thought maybe if I put some resources into him, things will go a little bit better for me. It didn't work out that way. The Domino event, I actually have done the worst ever. We'll look at that in just a minute. So so we're gonna get rid of that team because we're gonna this makes it a little bit more balanced for early Blitz, basically. And I think I put this on a war defense, which I know it's like that's nothing, but you know, for my team, that's actually pretty good. All right, so there's where my Asgardians are right now. I haven't really touched them. I do pick up Hemdale shards when I can and Sif shards when I can. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Not worrying about the supernatural again right for now. It's just more of a placeholder. And then this is where A.I.M is in the roster. So as you see, you know, every day I'll just, you know, pop one up. And then we'll just see what we can get away with. Try to get through with as minimal power as possible. Of course, hand I'm not touching. And then there's my little, you know, hybrid team, which does okay. Now this is, I put him on my villains team. I mean, not villains, on my Merc team. And as you see, even with less gear, but because he's got 4 red stars, you know, he's already got, you know, almost 25,000 power. So, but he really makes his team really work. I'm really surprised how nicely it punches up in blitz and stuff. So, really pleased there. Now, what you'll notice is what happened was I had he replaced my brain's not working tonight. He replaced a man with a mouth who's going to be going to an X-Force team. Why can't I remember anything? But anyway, there you go. So we're gonna remove that team. God, I can't believe I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's just right on the tip of my tongue. And I don't remember jack. So, I still want to get them to 666-4 in terms of skills. They're at 555-3. I think maybe a couple of them have a 4 on the specials. I think he may have a 6 on his ultimate. I'm not sure, but it became a less of a priority because of working on A.I.M and stuff. Plus, you know, prepping my Dark Dimension 2 and getting him up. Now this is like the villains team. Now, granted, if you're using her name, can't really use her here. So I need to figure out who to put in her place. And right now, I honestly don't know who I would put in her. I mean, it's just kind of a garbage team, but it still will work on a blitz. So. And there's the Sinister Six. Like I said earlier, just need to get him to 5-star. And then we got Shuri, and we've got Invisible Woman unlocked. There's my kitchen sink team, which only works because those two. But it still works. My number 2 team, no change there. Number 1 team, no real change there. You know, man, he could use some red stars, though. And then, of course, this is the Dark Dimension 2 placeholder deal. So you got to have Gear 13 to go into Dark Dimension 2. So when I get Star-Lord, of course, Star-Lord will be there. And then he's close to being at Gear 13. So Minerva, I've already watched Mobile Gamer's video on not wasting your gold or your orange mats. But in Dark Dimension 3, which is way down the road for me, but getting her to G14 is highly recommended. So she was already going to be a G14 character for me, and, you know, basically she's now going to be my first one for sure, and it's not going to be a waste. You know, I'm trying to be really judicious when it comes to, you know, using my orange gear. So I mean, I've just the only ones I've done to G13 are the ones that are going into Dark Dimension 2. That's it. Everyone else is stopping at 12. And then when I need something else specific, or if it's a, you know, Dark Dimension 3 are the characters that I'm going to, you know, worry about getting up to G14. So Minerva will be one of them. I'm told that Symbiote Spider-Man, who I really haven't touched, you know, he'll be one. Venom. I don't have Carnage unlocked, but I think he's another one. And then one of the Black Order characters, I don't remember which one, because I'm not there yet, so there's no reason to worry about it too much. But definitely don't want to burn orange gear where I don't have to burn orange gear. So anyway, so that's where we're at roster wise, and let's see where we did in the arena real quick. Because I've actually been holding my own a lot lately in the arena, and I did. So 12:32, and there's 28 minutes. Now that doesn't mean that someone won't, give me a beating and knock me down, but this is the highest I've been. And then considering this is like a day 1, day 2 shard, and I quit for a year and a half, I'm actually doing pretty good because, all these other everyone else, look, they almost all have 7 stars on most of the characters. And, I don't have hardly any 7-star characters at all, especially not on my arena team. None of these guys are 7 stars. So I'm actually doing really good. I'm actually very happy with being at 1232. Anything below 1500 is actually fine with me because in the reward structure, there's no way I'm getting down to 500. So as long as I stay below 1500, I get 60 cores and 40 of this store currency, the arena credits. And I'm good with that. So, all right, so that's going to wrap up the roster review video for YouTube. Always appreciate anyone who has any feedback for me in the comments. Leave them there. And if you like this video, give me a like and consider giving me a subscribe. Well, we're getting closer. We're well over 500 now. And there's also my anime and manga blog at anime.astronerdboy.com, which has been suffering of late because I've been so busy, but that's okay. Anyway, we're going to do an orb video later on in the week. We're going to record it live on Twitch now, though. So hopefully we'll see you for that, and see you in the next video. Later.